because that is the fundamental thing that separates us from the Chinese, the Indians, the Puerto Ricans, the Jamaicans. We are tribal and we are a lost tribe. We could never come together. I think we gave up everything that we had to assimilate, and by doing so, we never could enter a level playing field. And
Wait, hold on, sir, because no speeches, because Smith will hit you. Who's the we?
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will survive.
Let's go to Sean in New York. Welcome to the Karen Hunter Show. You're on with Amber Cabral. Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing? I remember from the WWRL days.
What? No way. You're really dating yourself, sir.
I know. You did it first. But I want to ask you, I'm involved with shaping the young hearts and minds of our African-American children. I'm old school. I'm a Black Panther. I used to belong to the Nation of Islam. And my biggest hero is Malcolm X. And my firstborn was born on his birthday, to my wife and I's surprise. But I want to ask you one fundamental question. The Puerto Ricans here in New York, they have a parade up and down Fifth Avenue. The Dominicans, the Jamaicans, the Irish, the Italians. If I was the mayor of New York and I came to you, Karen, and I said, look, next week, Sunday, I'm going to close down Fifth Avenue so you can have a parade for your people, what flag would you wave?
It would probably be the red, black, and green of, that's the first thing. But I'm not big on parades, me personally, because it's just a lot of people. Just if you asking me myself.
Y'all know Karen is not trying to hear.
I'm not trying to be in a parade anyway. I ain't trying to be marching down no street for what. Like, that seems like energy. I can get my steps in, but, I don't need to display my pride. I wear it every day. But I hear what you're saying, Sean. I hear what you're saying. And what is the point? What is your purpose for asking?
Because that is the fundamental thing that separates us from the Chinese, the Indians, the Puerto Ricans, the Jamaicans. We are tribal and we are a lost tribe. We could never come together. I think we gave up everything that we had to assimilate, and by doing so, we never could enter a level playing field. And
wait, hold on, sir, because no speeches, because Smith will hit you. Who's the we?
African-American people here in America.
See, so it becomes complicated. So you are part of the foundational FBA and the ADOS?
Exactly.
Are you?
I'm a Garveyite.
Okay.
I think that
who was Jamaican?
I think that the best.
Who was Jamaican?
No, I'm not Jamaican. No,
Jamaican. I said he was Jamaican.
He was Jamaican, but I believe that the best thing that ever happened to African Americans was separation, segregation.
Okay.
We gave up our Wall Street. That was taken from us. We gave up our movie studios, our baseball teams, everything to assimilate. I think that the best thing for us is segregation.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to anybody, Clarence Thomas believes the same thing.
Yeah, no, he does. I watched the documentary. He was definitely in, but I think he also evolved away from it. It was not, he realized there's more profit in what he's currently doing. I think the anything that to me dismisses the humanity of other people will put you in a box that you will have a hard time coming out of. And I think that we live in a world where, while there are people who are West Indian, what's a West Indian? What's a Jamaican? But a colonized place of Africans, right? So, like, while you do have your culture and your flag and maybe your rice and peas, there's also an ideal that you speak English. You're not speaking your Igbo language or your Yoruba, whatever you came from the continent speaking. So in many ways, you've adopted a European centered, wow, there's liberation baked in, but there's also that thread of colonization that is permeating, which is why when you call up with that, Sean, and if you've been back since WWRL, I've been talking this for a long time. WWRL, Amber was a little confused. I was on the radio like 30 years ago.
Okay.
When I was just a child.
Okay.
But even then, it was the same conversation. It was a Black-owned station, 1600 on your AM dial in New York. And it was radical. You know, Gary Bird was on. I mean, like Pat McKay, shout out to Pat McKay, who's on Urban View. She was on back in the day.
Wow.
And Felipe Luciano was on, is what, like one of the Latin, when we talk about the Black Panther Party in Chicago, you know, there were also with the lords, the Latin lords, the Latin kings, and they were like, I forgot the name, but he was, let me look him up really quickly, because he sat in my studio. Luciano, I'm sorry. Like it was that tradition. Young lords. And you think about, there's no movement without all of those folk rolling up their sleeves. Che Guevara, like there are people that still wear Che Guevara. Like, we can't do the divide and conquer thing, sir, will keep us in this constant cycle of lack. And I believe that good people all kind of want the same thing. So if we could do anything with this platform or with my voice on these airwaves, it is to welcome in. Are you about humanity? Are you about human beings having dignity, living a good life? There's enough for everybody. I believe that too. Everyone should have a roof over their heads and have food in their bellies. And that's not socialism or communism, it's humanity. And they want to put a label on it so that you are against your very own common humanity. And I'm not here for that. And as it relates to what flag we're flying, let's fly the flag of humanity, create one, put a peace sign on it. I don't give a damn. But this divide thing will leave us in a place where they win. And it's a very few handful of billionaires who are laughing while we're having this conversation, and you're participating in it, while you evoke the name of Marcus Garvey, who was Jamaican. Like, make it make sense. Oh, Farrakhan, who is from the West Indies. Malcolm X, whose family's also, like Shirley Chisholm. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, I think, gosh, I have so many sentences trying to come out of my mouth.
Okay, so think about it. Let's go to a break. When we come back, you process. We're going to be back. It's the Karen Hunter Show. We had a caller, and I don't want to put too much oxygen or energy on divisive commentary. You feel what you feel. I get it. You're a Black American. I'm a Black American. 5 generations on both sides. It does not negate the fact that we live on this ball together. And I don't want to be separated into these little pockets of people. I want the full run of the land. I want a fee, fi, fo, fum, and anywhere I desire to be. So my job here is to tap into the humanity of everyone listening and demand that you demand that of everybody. And if we all demanded a level of humanity from the people in our lives and held people accountable, the world wouldn't be perfect, but it'll be a hell of a lot better than what it is now. And that's the goal for me. Amber Cabral, thoughts and prayers.
It's the accountability piece for me. I mean, you can't outrun, systems that you have been living and built to rely on. Like we're in it. We are in the machine. So to me, the logical thing is to figure out who is humaning well, to figure out who is on your team, who does have your well-being in mind, and with respect to your culture, whatever that culture may be. Like, I don't have a problem respecting differences so long as mine are respected as well. I do think that the idea that we can just kind of scamper off into our own little corner of the world and everything is going to be fine. I mean, listen, they are doing a thing right now in a part of the world where they sequestered a bunch of people who were all the same. And now they have decided they want that land. And look at what they are doing to those people. I'm uninterested in being cornered. So you and I are aligned on that point for sure.
And if I have to choose between Smiz and Sean, I'm taking Smiz. All right, let's go to the phones. I'm just saying. If I gotta spend time with somebody, I was thinking about this the other day. Somebody sent an email, and they were praising Smiz's timing and all of this. That's 10 years, 9 years of being in community of, and what would this show sound like? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, we wouldn't have a week when people are new to the phones. That's for sure. The first time caller is my favorite thing ever.
Yes. So. Yeah. I mean, but that's all collaboration with somebody who may not be part of but he's part of my culture.
Right.
It's and part of the culture that I curated here.
Correct.
Make space for anybody. We had an Indigenous lady call up last week. It was an incredible call. She listened on YouTube. Sometimes I'll give out the number. Called, sat on hold for like an hour and was like, oh my God, this conversation, it's not, but added something, and I'm more curious than I was before about her folk that she's learning about. We're all having an experience. I don't want such a small life that I eliminate the possibility of engaging with people that aren't exactly like what I was raised as. I mean, even socioeconomically, I was not raised in poverty and all this stuff. I enjoy hearing people's come up stories and overcoming stories. I didn't have a lot of trauma in my childhood, but but I'm going to make space for that here to engage with people around the things, because I want us all to be well enough to live together so we can be our own quirky individual selves and be left alone. Like, stop bothering people.
Because if we want to be real, the enemy is capitalism. The enemy is that. It's the people who have the capital versus the people who do not. Like, that's the real enemy. I know.
Simple.
I know we all in different containers and different colors and got different body types and all that, and that kind of got everybody a little confused. But the real enemy is capitalism. That's what it is.
And listen, if you want to have a marching band at a parade, enjoy yourself. I don't know why people fly whatever flag you want to fly. If it's not bothering you, why do you care? Like, I don't have a problem. I've been, New York, 16 years I was in every day, at the New York Daily News. And I done been through the Puerto Rican Day Parade, Columbus Day Parade, the Irish, the St. Patty's Day Parade. I done had my students cover all of the parades, okay? West India Day Parade. Lord have mercy. I was a vendor. This is what I'm saying. I was selling Vita Coco, and I was friends with Delicioso Coco, Poppy and Sophia, helping my friend start a business and distribution. Like, I've done all of the things that you could do in New York City, okay? And I was in the Queens Bureau for 3 years. That was fascinating. It's beautiful to be around all of these different people, but you're learning something about yourself. And that's really the other goal. Right. You get to see, oh, okay, all right, this is how they, I discovered rotis and the difference between the Trinidadian curry and, like, even that. The West Indian Day Parade is, to me, one of the most fascinating. 1 million people coming, but they're from all different islands, and they don't do the exact same thing the same way. And there's very little fighting among them.
I do want to say that too, like your point of, especially around the islands. I go to Anguilla every year. I specifically go for Summer Festival. I love it. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite time of the year. And one of the things that they do, part of the reason I like to go, is they do this thing called Poker Run. And Poker Run, they go from beach to beach all around the island. Anguilla has, I think, something like 33 beaches. They go to like 6 of them, and at each one, the people who are playing the poker run pull a poker card. But it's turned into a big party where all the islands around, so your St. Thomas, your St. Croix, your St. Martin, everybody for Poker Run is on the boat going from beach to beach for a 1-hour party, basically at every beach all day. I love it. All the flags, all the culture, all the music, and it's, to your point, it is all of the different folks that are from all of these different islands. It's a big family reunion. A lot of those folks are related, don't see each other all year. But when Poker Run happens, we get to have a big beach party every, hour from location to location. Favorite thing to do ever. But it's the community connectivity that makes it such a wonderful experience. And so what would that look like if we were isolated to only these folks? And I don't think
I was going to say, what if they said, you can't come, Amber, because you're not part of...
Right. Because I'm not Anguillan, you know?
Nah, so, this is not for you.
But I'm there every year.
And why do you want to mimic the lack, the generational trauma of whiteness?
The oppressiveness.
I was looking for a better word. Yeah, the oppressive nature of whiteness, which is exclusion, whites only, all of the. Why do you want to mimic that? We're free.
Yep.
Here's the only requirement.
I care more about your mindset than I care about your skin color. I care more about your perspective on, how you see capital and use capital and are thoughtful about your spending and the impact to the world and all of that. I care more about that than I do what container you're walking around in. And that's just a fact. Now, is it true that there's a lot of folks in some containers that do a lot of things that I don't agree with and they share a similar container? Absolutely. But I am also not foolish enough to believe that my liberation is going to come in a specific container. I just can't think that.
We're ready. We're prepared. Do not give in to fear. We are fearless. This is not the time to be afraid. This is a time to stand up and fight back and to resist any temptation for them to divide us. We're in this together. The rule of law is on our side. We will not give in, not give up. We will not capitulate. We will not bow. We will not bend. We will